Hey friends, hello, hello, welcome in. Okay. Um, doo-doo. Let me find myself and get myself all shared in because I know that our sweet Ruthie was just coming off. So I definitely want to make sure that I get myself there. Hello there, Miss Amanda. Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Alright, so I got myself into the group and we are rolling. So hopefully everybody has been able to join us today and tag along for the different, thank you sweetie, and has been able to tag along for the ride. We've had some awesome creators so far, which has been, it's always, I love watching what everybody does. So yeah, it's been amazing. So we've already had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's what I thought. Five awesome creators. There's 3 after me. So please stick around. There's still plenty to see, and you can still go back to the group. And I did change the name, hopefully make it a little bit easier. And so it's Tees Paper Crafting Friends. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for people to find the group. And also it will not get confused because there is another event group that is called Crafty Friends Unite. And so I was trying to figure out how it wouldn't be so confusing for some of us. But yeah, hopefully you guys have tagged along. There were 3 options today for everybody because I couldn't decide. But I've noticed honestly when putting together the events that it's a lot of fun when you give the creators options for them to pick, because then you see all kinds of things, right? So we're celebrating National Sewing Machine Day, so we have seen some sewing crafts already. And then it's also National Children's Day, and so we've seen that as well. And then it is World Ocean Day. So Miss Ruthie, actually, who just finished up before me, did a little journal for Emmy for Ocean Day, and ironically I'm also going to be working with that theme. So lots of fun. I'm excited. Hopefully y'all are as well. And let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. I find it lovely that you're taking Emmy to the aquarium. The aquarium is one of Caroline's favorite places. She loves she loves her sea, her marine animals and all that. So yeah, that was I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so I have some paper bags that we are going to use, and these are just regular lunch sacks. You can get a pack of these at the dollar store. These everything from great additions of adding them into your journal. You can totally fold them in half, right? And you can sew them into or add them into your signature this way. And so you have one really large pocket, and then you can open this up here and make it another pocket as well. And then you can also have like a little tuck here. So that is one way to use them. You can combine them and make them into a journal if you have multiple of them. But I'm just going to make sheets that I can have ready to add into a journal. So we're going to go with the half concept, okay? That way I have them ready for whenever I want to add them into something, okay? So that's what we're gonna roll with today. And I have a bunch of scraps, and we all know, as junk journalers, or you know, paper crafters in general, we absolutely love our scraps. We don't throw them away, because why? They are, you know, beautiful. There's so many things we can do with our scraps, right? Look at the fish on this one. Oh my god, it's so precious. I love graphic 45 paper. I was a little bit late to the game when it comes to graphic 45, but I absolutely love it. It is just, I mean, amazing, amazing paper. So let me see if I have some of the larger scraps, well, wider scraps is what I meant, so that I can try to it'll be fine if I see some of that. I'm good with that too. I'm good if I see some of the brown on the paper. That's not an issue, at least not for me. So we're just gonna roll with that. Ooh, we gonna roll with it. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna add that to one of our sides. Yeah. All right, so how's everybody been doing? I hope everybody has had a wonderful day so far. It is hump day. It is the middle of the week. What has everybody been up to? Y'all need to let me know what you've been up to, because yeah. Let me see. Hey, there's my sweet Carla. How are you doing, my friend? I miss you. I'm so glad I get to see you soon. So, where am I? There we go. Yeah. Okay, so now I can see my comments too, hopefully. Hopefully, right? Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm excited. I get to see my sweet Carla in just a few, well, what is it? To see you in a little over a week's time. No, wait a second, not a little over a week's time. I'm looking at the wrong week. Almost 2 weeks. There we go. It's 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks time. That's where we're at. Yeah. 14 more days. See? There you go. You're doing better with the counting than me. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that I've got my side on properly. And so for most of you who know, the one requirement that I ask obviously is to use paper in some form, or you know, some format. So of course we have had lots of journaling happening, but we also had like Miss Renee, who did a really pretty like a canvas piece, where she used the paper to look like little squares of fabric, which I thought was absolutely adorable. I know you've been counting down. That's why I said you're doing better than I am. I mean, I'm counting down, but I'm counting down because of all the stuff I have to do. Y'all, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. Oh, so y'all be praying for me. Y'all be praying for this girl, because it's gonna be something. I mean, I'm excited. I'm very happy. So, but I get to go see friends during the retreat. I get to go see my son. I get to go see Miss Carla. I mean, I'm just so super blessed. And then, you know, a month later, I'm going back to Texas because this child will be graduating, and he said he would like if we could be there for his graduation from A school. And so we'll be traveling back that way, me and Caroline. Which will be a lot of fun. Yay! I know, I saw you were at the beach, you lucky. Now I was blessed. I got my beach in and my son in earlier. I got it in last month. But yeah, I saw you were at the beach. Look at you. You take and soak in that sun, cause oh my gosh. It has been raining so much here. You know, I know we always joke about here, at least here in Georgia, that, you know, if you don't like the weather in Georgia, wait about 5 minutes and it'll change, you know. You'll get something different. We also, you know, say things like, you know, you get to experience, what is it? You get to experience multiple different seasons in one day, which is very true. Because, I mean, she definitely be PMSing. I don't know what's up with the weather here, but it's definitely something, that's for sure. It is definitely something. So, yeah. Definitely trying to keep it together. Okay, so I'm not going to really put anything on the back just in case if I decide to add this into a journal per se. Well, actually, you know what? No, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cover it. I want to cover it. So we're going to cover it. We are going to cover it. But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I get to see so many lovelies. If you follow the Junk Journal, the Just Journaling Around events that happen once a month, normally around 8 o'clock we have the Two Sister Jam, which is Miss Dana and Miss Stacy. Well, this month they will not be with us because they are prepping for their retreat, which is next week, which is where I'm going to. So, totally understand, because it takes a lot of work to prep for an event like that. And I'm hoping to host a few events this upcoming year. Looking to host an event in Salem, Massachusetts, one in Oklahoma, one here in Georgia. The only thing I would be missing would be to figure out if I go over to the West Coast. Maybe my West Coast friends want to team up. We can create something beautiful. That would be a lot of fun. So for that, I will probably fly if I do ever go to the West Coast, because that would be a lot of driving to do. That would definitely be a lot of driving to do. But if you are interested in wanting to tag team and host an event with me this upcoming year, let me know, because I would love to do that. I do like to travel, so you know, that's kind of what I do. Come on. Well, Miss Ruthie, we need to chit chat and see if you want to co-host an event together over there, we'll do it. I've only ever been to San Diego, so, and that was kind of more passing through than anything else, so it wasn't really like I watched a whole lot. Really? And where is that gonna be? See, y'all be having meet and greets and I don't be hearing about them. That's not fair. Because I never hear about these things until it's too late. And then somebody be like, oh, you didn't hear? No, I did not hear about it. I did not know about it. If not, you betcha I would have tried. Because, you know, I try. I would love to. Well, I know you and Mel both are in the Cali area, right? I mean, she's in Arizona. That's right. She's in Arizona. I forgot. I was talking with her about that the other day. That's right. She's in Arizona. Hey there, Miss Maribel. How are you? It has been a while, my sweet friend. It is so nice to see you. I hope you are doing well, dear. I truly hope you are doing well. It is always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, Carla needs to come out too. Like I said, we need to get it going. I'm trying to use my scraps and not have to pull out a full page, but if this thing keeps on acting up, I might have to. Hey. Miss Carla, you're being summoned. So, looks like we might need to be doing some traveling. Look, I'm always up for a road trip, y'all. As I say, don't tempt me with a good time. Don't tempt me with a good time, because I will hop on that bus in a heartbeat. I'm a traveling little bug. I know, it has been. I'm so glad to see you, my sweet friend. Hope you're doing well. I know that you've had a lot going on, and you've been in my thoughts and my prayers, my friend. So we doing a meet and greet in Arizona? Is that what we doing? Are we gonna get more people out in Arizona than we would in Cali? Yeah, if you're going to Cali, you drive. Hey, that's what I was saying. You know, if we got to, we drive. I mean, we fly, because that's what I'll probably do. Because yeah, that's That is definitely a good bit there. Okay, so Arizona next month. Next March, not next month. Okay, okay. So, do you think... Well, I'm gonna talk with you, because we can figure something out then. And do something and... Because my thing is, I try to, like, combine things. So, like, the retreat that I want to host in Oklahoma would be right after I attend the Two Sisters Jam retreat, because I'll already be there, so it'll be, you know, easier, not back and forth all the time. So, I mean, we could do something around March, whether it be before the meet and greet or after the meet and greet, and that way I, you know, try to go to that too. You see what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what I try to do. I try to, like, maximize. Oh, gotcha. Well, guess it's a matter of finding out, you know, where our peeps would like to meet. If they want to meet over in your neck of the woods in Cali, which, like I said, I have no problem because I've really never been over that way. So I'll get to tick that one off of my bucket list. Now, you could put papers on the inside. I don't mind it being brown. I really don't. Okay, some people don't like to see the brown, and so that, you know, they'll come in and they'll put a paper on the inside so that, you know, you don't see that. That's totally up to you. I don't mind seeing the brown. I like knowing that this was a paper bag that I, you know, repurposed. So I would absolutely love, like I said, to go towards that area. And because I told Miss Ruthie, I don't know how, but I want to be able to hug her neck one day. Now, I purposely cut this one more along the lines of the original bag, and this one I did with my hole punch, and I like that they're different so that I can have, you know, so I can see that. But if you don't like it to be different, you can cut it evenly, okay? So that's completely up to you. I know. Okay, make that just a little bit wider. Just a little bit. Okay, so I have this side. Now this side is going to be tricky because you could glue this down, but I actually want to leave this so that I have a tuck. Okay, so I'm going to be putting a piece of paper here and then a piece of paper over here, okay? And then we will just glue down the edges so that we can have that little tuck spot right there, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. So let us find, oh no, that's too short. That's not going to work. I do like the seashell here, so I think we're going to put the seashell here. Yeah. I am out of school. Yeah, I know, right? I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. At least till the end of July. So yeah, so my son graduates on the 23rd of July, and I told him, I was like, well, it might be short and sweet because I have to be back and with my A game on for the 28th of July. So, because we have orientation, and the week right after that, school starts. So, you know, I already have to get my lesson plan going, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Teachers really don't get a whole lot of a summer, y'all. People don't realize that. And, you know, public school is actually worse because they got all kinds of forms, and then they got to go to like trainings, and horrible. He is doing very good, Miss Maribel. He is loving what he is doing. He got his soft orders, and he is so happy because he's getting to do what he wanted, what he signed up for, which is to be attached to a Marine team. So after he graduates, he'll be coming to North Carolina, where he'll be doing field medic training, and then he will be attached to a Marine team, and end of the year, beginning of next year, he will be sent with them to Okinawa, which is what he wanted. He wanted to see the world, so he's getting what he wanted. So I'm very happy. You're getting your oil change and they are out of oil. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously? How are they? That's not cool. That's not cool, Miss Carla. I'm sorry. Hello, Miss Verilyn. How are you? I hope you're doing well, dear. Miss Sarah and Miss Donna, Miss Jackie, y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So today, today's event has been a lot of fun already. We've had several different, like I said, we had 3 different themes because I couldn't make up my mind. So, and I've noticed lately that crafters really like crafter's choice, but then at the same time they also like to have themes. So I'm like, okay, well then I'll give y'all options. So 2 to 3 options, and y'all get to pick. So this I am going with World Oceans Day. So we've got this beautiful set of papers, and these are a bunch of scraps that I have. So I'm using them up, and I am prepping some pocket pages out of the lunch sacks, so that I can have these ready for when I do get around to doing my journal. Because, sometimes we don't get around to things as quickly as we would hope. So, yeah. So I'm constantly making components for my journals, and then someday I will get to make them. If that makes any sense. There's, once I honestly, I find it easy that if I have the components made, then I can just sit down and put the journal together. So, spending your birthday at the, oh no. Well, happy birthday, and I'm sorry that you're having to spend it at the hospital. That's no fun. But I hope you have a blessed birthday, my friend. And that those test results come back with some positive light for you. That is definitely not a cool way to spend your birthday. Definitely not. So, but Hopefully you'll get some good answers from all of it, okay? But happy birthday. You know, birthdays are a blessing. You know, regardless if it's just another day, as my husband calls them, or I do sometimes. You know, it's a special day. We were blessed to see another day, another year. And there's those who don't. So, regardless, blessings are a birthday. So happy birthday, my friend. And I do wish you all the very best, my friend. Alright, so just trimming off. Obviously, you could be smart and pre-cut your pieces to fit, but, you know, like I said, I'm using up scraps, so I'm just finding the piece that best fits, and then I'm coming in and trimming it up afterwards. So now up after me is going to be Miss Vicki. Now she did change her page name to This Chick Crafts. She used to be Two Chicks. So I quickly updated that. I didn't realize that she had changed her page name. But she will be up, and then we also have Miss Yadi after her. And then finally closing us off is Miss Sarah from the Wobbly Nickel. Hey there, Miss Sheila. How you doing, my sweet friend? Hey, Miss Teresa. Hey. I am crafting for World Ocean Day. Okay, now this is where you get to play with this at however you want, okay? You can open this up here and have another large pocket, right? You could open this up here and have this as a pocket. Obviously then you can't open that. So, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to open it on this end and have a small tuck and a bit of a larger pocket, and then just leave this one as is, if that makes any sense. Because I mean, yeah, you could fit something else in there, but I don't know. I'm debating how I want to do this. You can also cut up top here, and then you can have the pocket going down this way instead of this way. So like you have here, but then you can also have here. That might be fun. We'll do that. Okay, so first things first is we're going to glue down just the edges so that I have the tuck, okay? So we're going to do that first. And then we'll decide from there what we're going to do. Okay? Now tomorrow, we do have our monthly Just Journaling Around event, and that event happens on the second Tuesday of every month, and it is straight journaling. Okay, so today you didn't have to do journaling. You just had to do a craft that had a paper in it, so you could decoupage something, you know. You don't have to, but a lot of us have kind of gone towards doing the journals, so you know, we kind of like doing them. So we you know, that's kind of what we do, right? Okay, so I do have, okay, well, I gotta wait for this to dry a little bit more, but we're gonna have the tuck under here. Okay, I'm gonna have the tuck under there. And where did my other paper bag go to? Oh. Okay, and then to do this part here, you're definitely gonna have to make sure that that's gonna be like your signature. So either, you know, it's sewn there, or you could actually run this underneath the sewing machine to make sure that you've enclosed your pocket. We're gonna leave this closed, and then we're just gonna open up this part up top here. Okay, all right, because see how, if not, the bag's gonna mess us up. So we're going to do this. See, gotta make sure we open up our pocket down there. Okay, that's what we gotta make sure. So I'm actually going to glue this little piece here. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut on the inside there. That's how I'm gonna open up my pocket. And y'all know, look, I don't measure, so we just going with it. We just gonna go with it. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom. I'm gonna glue the little flap to this part. So, okay, on this one that doesn't have the paper, I'm gluing this piece here. Okay, this piece, I'm gluing it to the bottom sack. So this part here, I'm gluing it. That's what we're gluing. Okay, all right, and on the bottom we're actually going to glue all of this shut, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so what's everybody doing today on this hump day? Y'all at work? Well, we know Miss Sarah is off enjoying the beach. I think, I want to say, I think she's in Florida. Not sure. So y'all see, I'm going to glue the bottom part and you could glue all of this together. That's completely up to you. There's so many ways to use these, so many. You're at work, Miss Maribel? Like I said, I am grateful that I am not. Y'all, I'm teaching a fine art this upcoming year. I had students ask me to teach a fine art, to teach color theory and, you know, just all kinds of things that have to do with expanding their creative portion, and I'm so excited for that class. I'm home, but oh, you work from home. That's kind of cool though. That's kind of cool, because you know, there's always right, there's always the people talking about wanting to work from home, so that's kind of cool. I think that's cool. Yes, I know. That's why I was super excited. You know, I really like it, especially when, you know, I've had classes like that where my students ask me to please teach something, because that makes it No, you're fine. You are okay. You are totally okay, my friend. You are working. See, Miss Ruthie's working. She's at home and she's working. Okay. So, I'm going to cut the inside of that. Alright? So, I'm just going to grab me. And like I said, you could glue it. You could, I mean, there's so many ways to go about doing this, but I'm doing it the way that just, you know, I decided that this is what I wanted to do. So I'm making myself my pocket now. You know, I'm gonna cut it. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, 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 cut. Y'all, if you guys are not following Miss Ruthie on Whatnot, you should. She's always got some really cute stuff. Hey there, Miss Susan. Aww. I can, you know what? I can see that. I can understand the, like, having people and working around people. I can see that. I really can. 'Cause I did too. I liked, that is, I guess, one of the things that I do kind of miss, was because it was fun when I was working at the lab and being able to do that, you know, interacting with like the techs and the doctors and stuff. So I can see it being hard. I really can. So, oh, come on now. I just, the piece was getting on my nerves. Okay. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Right there, right there. I'm going to add this. You need earbuds that do not interfere with your glasses. So, well, good luck with that one. I ended up getting myself some over-the-ear headphones. So that when I do, like, listen to stuff, I'm not messing with anybody else. But I can't do the earbud thing. They don't stay in my ears. They don't want to stay in my ears. I have very small ear canals, so my ear canals push any kind of device out of my ear, which sucks, but it is what it is. I know, I'm excited for that too. Y'all, I got my hands on a whole bunch of pent art stuff. I need to start playing with it. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Let me grab, let's see, these right here are like cards. So these are like journaling cards. So let's cut these up and we'll use these. Hello, Miss Vicki. Are you ready, my sweet friend? Thank you so much for joining us today. I do appreciate that. Yeah. They're a little pain in my rear. Okay, so if you have like a journaling card, right? That's, you know, right here, perfect. See? So that's what that side tuck is good for. Again, if, you know, if we weren't using this part as a pocket, you could also, you know, cut here, and then you could also use that, so you would have like a double thing. That's totally up to you, but we left it open up top here so that if you wanted to put something, you know, in there, you can, right? We also have this part in here that gives us a space as well to put stuff in. So we have space there, we'll have a space here, we have a space here. So lots of options. And then I think, where did I see it? Where'd it go? There was a pre-cut pocket, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the pre-cut pocket. Take advantage of that. You are so not helping me right now. How's she doing? She doing good. She really is. Her and her little diva self. She is actually over there sleeping. And I also have, I have the old man in here too. I have Toby. He's also sleeping in here with me. So I got both the black kitties in here today. Don't say her name too loud, because then she'll wake up and she'll try to come and walk all over the place, because you know how she is. her and her little diva self, because you know, that's exactly how she is. She is one heck of a diva for sure. Okay, so I'm just scoring, because especially with a thicker like a cardstock paper like this, it's a lot easier if you score your paper. To get it to fold without it cracking. Oh, you know she is. You know it. She is her, you know, she is her diva self every moment that she can. Because that's just how she is. And we love her for it too. She is, you know, I don't know. I see how some people mistreat, especially cats. And I don't understand, because they're, you know, when a cat loves you, they are way more loyal than a dog is. I saw these, I posted this video actually of you know, cats protecting babies. Oh my gosh, it is so hilarious. I love watching little cat videos. I got Gary watching cat videos too. So. And for the man who wasn't big into cats, oh my gosh, he has his own little diva self, because, you know, Mama, she, oh my gosh, she is hilarious. If he is napping, if he's sleeping, right, she doesn't like it if I come in there. All right, she does not like it at all, because she feels like I'm taking up her space. She's the only one who shouldn't be napping with him on the bed. She gives me the evil eye. And I've told him that too. I've told him, I'm like, you know, she don't like it when, you know, if you're sleeping. Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's, you know, you have to teach teach the kids, and you can teach them. I don't care how young they are. You teach them to, you know, respect an animal and be gentle to an animal, because there's no reason not to be. All right? And those parents that laugh and think it's funny when their kids you know, are abusive to an animal, that's just wrong. That's just wrong in so many ways, because, you know, no, no, no. Alrighty, you take care, my sweet. Okay, so I'm just cutting this down a little bit because I'm actually going to use the slit, and I'm gonna or at least I'm trying to use it to glue it in, place, just so it doesn't like stick out a whole lot. So, but I hope you guys have had fun today. I hope you guys will stick around and watch. Like I said, there's three more crafters scheduled today, and then hopefully we will see y'all tomorrow. Also, check out the herd. They are hosting a benefit event for one of our fellow crafters who they lost their home in a fire. So please also go check them out if you can, and support them. Share them out if nothing else, because you know it always helps when when we support each other. So if you know, if nothing else, like I said, go in, and that's normally what I try to do. I was like, if nothing else, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna, you know, sprinkle you out. So oh really? Well, that is so cool. That is very cool. I'm glad to hear that they do stuff like that. You know, they really do. Because and they need volunteers. And like I said, teaching a child to be good to animals. Alright? Because at the end of the day, we were guarded to be their guardians, right? And their protectors. I mean, that's the job that was given to Adam, right? And Eve, as his partner, was supposed to do the same thing. So, you know, it is up to us to take care of this world. Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Okay, so it's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, y'all. Make sure that you are going, and you're gonna be there for the benefit, okay? Because like I said, if you personally cannot help out, your help is by being there and by sprinkling them out, okay? So I do remind people that I know we all have our stuff going on, but you know, a share, and you know, as more than one campaign has always said, you know, every dollar counts. So please go support, because I mean, I couldn't fathom. I talked with Gare about it. I was like, you know, my concern would be to get the cats out. That would be my concern. And of course it's scary, because especially, you know, they hide. So, you know, I was like, that would be probably the way I go out, is because I'm trying to get them out and they're hiding, you know. Okay, so we just added this pocket, so now we have this tuck, we have this pocket here, we have this tuck over here, we have the larger pocket up top here, we have this pocket here. Because this is going to close, we can totally come and make a little thumb notch here as well. See, make a little thumb notch there. And then you can ink this up if you want. It is, again, it is completely up to you, but these are fun to have because, you know, here we are, we have something. Oh, when we get ready to do any kind of a journal or something, we have something already that's made, right? And all we have to do is add it in. It's a component. Woman, I could only imagine. Them things are never cheap. Never. So I'm probably gonna stamp some lines back here on both of these so that there's like a journaling spot on them. This one, I can do that on that one as well. So that way we'll have that option. And then, you know, you can always round your corners if you like. I mean, that comes down to personal preference. Like, do you like to have your corners straight, or, you know. Ooh, goodness gracious, where in the world do you go get your oil change done? At the dealership? Well, heck, I mean, I shouldn't say anything because I do take mine to the dealership. Yeah, very expensive. I know. I mean, honestly, the only reason why mine goes there is because of the warranty. Crud. And the dealership close to us is almost half cheaper than the one in the next county over. Just crazy. I'm like, y'all the same freaking thing, but I guess not. I don't know. Well, I'm sorry, my sweet friend, because I know them things always end up throwing a monkey wrench in any kind of budget you got. Even when you do budget for like car maintenance and stuff, it always ends up throwing throwing us through the. Okay, so paper bag, okay, fold it in half, right? Hey, sweet Deb, how you doing, my friend? And we put paper up front, we put paper inside, put a sheet here, put some on what the inside of the pocket is, put some on the outside. Glued the bottoms, glued the side here so that we can have a tuck, right? Added a pocket, but we also, by having this opening, we have a pocket here, and we cut the top here, and we have a spot here as well, like that. Okay, so we have options. All right. Did not put any paper right here in the middle where the binding is, so that I can sew this into a journal, and I can add this into something. But just on its own, these are a lot of fun to have. You can make them up. You can even make them, cover these in like more neutral colors, or maybe just some like pastels or different color themes. And then when you need to have something to add into a journal, you can go grab it and then add pockets, add tags, add tucks, whatever it is that you need to make it specific to the journal that you're working on. But again, I like having things on hand that I can just go and grab and add to a journal as I'm working on it. So that's just me, right? Alrighty. Thank you, my friend. So we're gonna go over, please go and see this chick crafts, and you can watch her. She will be over at the Tease Paper Crafting Friends. Okay, and love y'all.